What's going on, man? I just made some dirt. Alright, it's not dirt, it's the soilless potting mix. When you go to the store, you need to buy the bag of the potting soil. This is some version of that, is what it's going to be. And the potting soil is what it is. You put the mixture in the little containers, put the seed in, wait some time, and then off to the races. Transplanting to the garden, I can't wait until things are transplanted to the garden. So how to make this? We've got a few ingredients. The bulk of this mix is a Coco Coir. That's the leftover byproduct from coconuts. The Coco Coir is kind of the base, right? That's the bulk. And then I added the peat moss to it. Peat moss is good for water retention and kind of separation of the dirt, if you will, to allow oxygen for the roots, because roots love moisture and they love oxygen. The perlite kind of does the same thing, a very similar thing. It's extremely light and it's excellent at retaining moisture, and then like the peat moss, it kind of gives separation. So ultimately this stuff is nice, light, and fluffy, and that's what your roots like, right? When the seed starts, it doesn't want to have to try so hard to, let the roots flow. So this stuff is excellent for that. So the water is going to bring it all together. And I have a Humboldt Secret Base A and B that has both macro and micronutrients, stuff your plant needs. And because I pH balance it, the water is 70 degrees. Then I add the required amount of nutrients. I mix it up. I take the pH reading, and then I use a little bit of citric acid to lower the pH of my water down to 6. 7 is a neutral pH. That's what water is. Plants like a little bit more acidic water, which is totally fine. And the reason you want a little bit more acidic water, when the pH is out of balance, the plant isn't able to collect all the nutrients that it needs. So it's not the end of the world. If you've been growing for 40 years and have never pH balanced your water, don't worry about it too much. That's on the low part of the importance pole. So what we do is we start out with the water, add the nutrients, right? Mix it up, pH balance it, and then the peat moss gets a little shredded apart. Put in the water, let it soak 15 minutes, and then pour that into the mix of the Coco Coir and the perlite. And like the Coco Coir literally is a brick, so it's going to take a little bit of time, right, to bring on that water. And then as the water is taking over, infiltrating the Coco Coir, you can kind of scrape it off with your muddy fingers. And once it's all together, you want to mix it up. I won't use it for an hour. It takes about a full hour for all of the water to be hydrated into all of these dry ingredients. I've been gardening for years and years. I've never made my own until today. So if you want to make it, go right ahead. It's very nice. It's fulfilling. It's satisfying. If you want to keep on buying it, keep on buying it. Thanks, guys. Happy gardening. Aren't you so excited that it's time?